More demo time. So now I have the ability to link a main two-directional scrolling area with other scrollable areas, primarily just using them as either just a single row or a single column. And now I have the ability to have custom row and column headers. Right now these are all, I'm just testing all with the same element type. Every one of these clones is a class instance running in asynchronous VI. So it just is creating the types for into the different managers. So we can see here's one that's doing 10 rows by 15 columns, and then this upper one, which is just a single row with the 15 columns, and then the 10 rows with the single column for the left bar. So they all have the same size. As we can see here in this screenshot that's in Discord behind the scenes, each element can be a different type and will size appropriately. So you could have different panel types plugged in as the header positions to give yourself fully custom scrollable 2D grid where different columns are different types, different rows are different types. You could mix and match. This example that's, well, I might as well just run that example. Just randomly picks which panel to use, and then it even removes a panel. So if I close this and run it again, we're going to get a different layout of panel types. And they've all adapted to the larger, darker color panel that is in each row and column. But every time I run this, it'll get a different random layout. Just picking from 0 to 1, picking one of those two panel instance types, creating it, inserting it into the 2D grid. This is removing one, telling it that I'm done updating it, so it'll refresh the layout, and then just waiting to close and clean up. I was previously having an issue where elements near the edge of grids would stop accepting mouse interactions. Turns out that I wasn't making the subpanels that I wasn't using anymore invisible, and now it is working great. And everything just keeps track of its own state. And I've got a little bit of event handling code where each element updates its panel's background color based on the color picker. But yeah, fully custom grid. This might look like a lot, but this works pretty well. Here's where it's doing the linking. So I'm taking the main panel area and linking it to this upper area and linking their horizontal scrolling direction. And then I'm taking the main one and linking it to the left header area and making that linked in the vertical scrolling direction. Register the subpanel that they should put their layout VI into, and then getting them running. So relatively simple. Panels can be pretty simple. This one actually has some code in it. So it's got a built-in event for shutting down, but here we can see anytime I change the color box, this is how it's updating the pane's color. So every event can have its own fully custom UI. There's a VI template that if I go ahead and stop this, so the panel block diagram template gives you, I'm going to throw it way off here on the side, gives you the starting template with all the basic structure. All you have to do is wire up your panel's terminal. That is important because it does have some handshaking for startup and shutdown. And then after that, it's kind of like X controls on steroid, but without all the special execution hooks that X controls do. And now I can't close this sub-VI. But yeah, really excited about this package. It is available up on VIPM. I'm going to push the fix for the mouse interaction issue where the unpopulated subpanels were stacking up and covering other subpanels. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions about this. Excited to see what people do with this one.